Okay, this video note is about curves. Most important thing about curves is to remember is that they don't render. They're used to make other things. You can loft things with them. You can spin those curves about to create pots and pans and what have you. You can run objects along them to make pipes and what have you, but they themselves don't render. Okay, we're going to look at the curves here. We're in the surfaces section rather than polygon section. Going to go to create, and when you look you'll see there's a CV curve tool. That means control vertex curve tool. EP curve tool means edit point curve tool. Bezier is different to most of the others. We'll get back to that. There's the pencil and there's the two arc tools. All the curve tools, once they're finished being laid down, they're effectively the same for manipulating. So let's start off with the control vertex tool. The control vertex, you hit the point, you go 1, 2, 3. By the time you get to the fourth one, you'll see what you're working with. Now, here are the control vertices that I was laying down. Here's the curve that's made from it, but the curve is separate from the point you're laying down. You're not laying down the curve, you're laying down the manipulators around it. So we'll press enter. Let's have a look at the other one. Create edit point curves. Now the edit point curve, you're actually laying down the points along the line rather than the points that control the line. If you see here. Okay, and then you press enter. So now, once they are laid down, they're the same. You right click on it, you can choose to look at it as a control vertex that we originally laid down or an edit point. So let's look at this one as a control vertex. Here they are, and we can move them about because I've got the move tool selected here. There you go. Or I could choose to look at it as an edit point, which is on the line, and move it about. They both act exactly the same. I can choose to look at that one as either as well and move that about. Okay, if I want to go to object mode, then I can choose to, oopsie daisy, let's go back to object mode. If I select it in object mode, I can then hold down shift, right click, and I could choose to close it. There you go, it's closed. I can go shift, right click, and I can go into the add point tool and add some points. I'm not entirely sure how that one works, but there you go. Coming out of that, I'm just going to delete those two. Next we have the pencil tool, which is pencil curve. You just draw a line there, and what you're left with when you press enter is the same. Once again, you've got the same points, obviously a lot more because you did it with a pencil, and you can do sharp corners, curvy corners, so you tend to get a lot more control points there. Go back to object mode with that, and I'll delete that. Then we're left with the arc tools, the two arc tools. There's the 3-point arc tool and the 2-point arc tool. Let's look at the 3-point arc tool. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and here it is. And we can do that again. We can manipulate the points. See? Press enter, get rid of those. The 2-point arc tool, pretty much the same, only you have 2 points, not 3. And there you go. You can move it about like that. Pressing enter, there you have it. So we'll delete that. Those are your standard types of curves. Now the circle just puts, you press it and you stick down a circle. The square, really it's 4 edges. I'm just going to say that about it and leave it at that. Now to get onto the one that I've left, which is the left last, which is the Bezier curve tool. Rather than just clicking Bezier curve tool, I suggest you click on the box at the side. The reason I suggest this is because you get the hotkeys shown to you here. Now, for Bezier tool, of course, you can drag out the Bezier handles to get the type of curve that you wish. If you just click, you will get a tight corner, just like so. But if you drag, you will get a curve. Okay, now if you hold down Shift and right click, you can choose to change it. So I can choose to turn it into a Bezier corner. It's not showing you very well there. Bezier corner, there you go. Once you're at a Bezier corner, of course, then you can manipulate them individually, as opposed to this one here, which you move one and you move them both. But if I turn it into a corner, oops, holding down Shift, right clicking, of course now I can manipulate them individually. So the instructions for that are on the side there, pretty straightforward really. Again, I can press enter. If I go to control vertex on this one, it will take me back to what I had before. As you can see, it's not like the other curve at all, really. So that's it, that's curves. The next part, curves part 2, will be showing some of the things that can be done with curves. Okay, that's it.